Hi everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with an update of my Litecoin analysis for you. I have a vote normally every week. Last week's vote, the winner was natural gas. Jack was doing that anyway, he's done that. And the next two with equal votes were Litecoin and Cardano. So I'm going to do Litecoin this week and Cardano next week, and I'll have another vote next week. So no vote this week. So this is Litecoin, what you voted for. Monthly chart for Litecoin, I see cycle 1, cycle 2, primary 1, primary 2, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, and now minor 1, minor 2. The question is minor 2 over? Minor 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 40.68. Target for primary 3 is for it to reach 71.734 times the length of primary 1. That's a possibility because that's the same relationship that primary 3 and primary 1 exhibited within cycle wave 1. So if we see that same relationship here within cycle 3, then that would be a reasonable target. Now, I'm not using this as a target for my own purposes. I did buy some Litecoin a while ago. I'm just using it as an idea of what is possible for this market. On the weekly chart, here is the end of intermediate 2, and I'm seeing minor 1 as a leading expanding diagonal. All the subwaves are zigzags according to Elliott wave rules. That absolutely works, that fits. Those are the rules as are laid out in Frost and Prechter's classic Elliott wave principle, the gold standard for learning Elliott wave. You'll find it on Elliott Wave International's website. It's the same rules I use in my own book, Pure Elliott Wave. So last time, I haven't updated this chart, last time I expected minor 2 to move lower, so it has. It's done exactly as I expected. So the question is now going to be, is it over or has it got one more low like Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP look likely to have? So let's look at the structure of minor 2 on the daily chart. And let's do this together. Looks like it's a single or double zigzag. It's got a sharp slope. That doesn't look right. I don't think this is going to subdivide well at all as an impulse. Even if 1 was over here, 4 still in. No, that's got an overlap between 1 and 4. What we could have is A, expanded flat for B. And then that means, no, not like that. Put A there, B. Oh, no, it could be there. B could be some kind of combination. Yeah, it's retraced more than 90% the length of A. So now let's see if C is going to be an extended impulse. Yeah, 2 could have been an expanded flat. 3, oh, I think this might actually subdivide quite well. I'm not sure about where 3 is over here. 4, another expanded flat. And 5, okay, so I think it might need one more low to complete the Elliott wave structure. Let's pull a channel around it. Well, Elliott's technique for a correction from the start of A to the end of B, that's not going to work. So I'm going to pull it here and make a best fit channel. It's breached to the downside. The lower edge isn't providing resistance. That's okay, it doesn't have to. Okay, well, what's the 80 to 90% range of minor wave 1? That would be a decent range for minor 2 to end up in. So a normal range for minor wave 2 to reach down to would be 0.8 to 0.9 or 80 to 90% the depth of minor 1, which would give us a range from 55.536 to 48.108. So I expect more downward movement quite likely for Litecoin to complete the Elliott wave structure. And then this is the last swing high within this downward trend. So here we have a series of lower highs and lower lows, the basic definition of a downward trend. Keep it really simple. In order for that basic pattern to be broken, we need to see a higher high above 85.39. It doesn't have to be on a closing basis. Any high above that point would do, and then the downward trend would be broken. And so a new high above this price point, 85.39, would give me confidence that a low has been found for Litecoin. While that hasn't happened, let's expect more downward movement for minor 2 to be a normal depth of minor 1. There is some support here about 61.90, 61.95. There's a little bit of resistance here about 71.5 as well. So price is consolidating within a small range. If it can break below support here, next support below is about 50. There's no bullish candlestick reversal pattern at the low. The moving moving average situation is bearish. The 50-day moving average, that's the purple one, has given us a death cross signal as it crosses below the 200-day moving average. The short-term Fibonacci 13-day moving average is negatively sloped. It's below all of them. So the short is below the mid, which is below the long, and price is below all of them. This is a full bore bearish look. Volume is strongest on recent downward sessions, pushing price lower, although there's a little bit of push from volume for these last 3 upward sessions in a row, but then a downward session, stronger volume still, so the volume profile is bearish. No signal recently from on-balance volume. There's no range here that it's just broken out of, so it's starting to form a new range as price consolidates. ADX tells us there's a downward trend. It's not yet extreme, but it's getting closer. RSI is oversold. There's no bullish divergence. The close for price at this equivalent point was higher than this equivalent price point close, so no divergence yet. Likewise, money flow reached oversold is now neutral. There's no divergence there either. Stochastics is returning into neutral territory, but I'll use ADX, RSI and money flow because the market's trending. ATR is overall flat as price moves sideways. That's pretty normal behavior. Declined down to the last low actually, and quite strongly declining during this bear market. So there's declining volatility and weakness in this bear market. So with ADX not extreme and no bullish divergence from RSI and money flow, I will expect it is quite likely Litecoin could fall down to 50 cents. If we do start to see some bullish divergence, we may then start to see a low forming, but there's no evidence that a low has formed down here, and this sideways movement is absolutely not convincing as the start of a new upward trend. So the picture for Litecoin looks pretty much the same as XRP, Bitcoin and Ethereum today. That's it from me with a Litecoin update for you. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support. And if you want to see more of this, click subscribe and like the video. All of your engagement really helps grow my little channel. Thank you.